So I don't know if I should even talk about this, but okay, let's go ahead. My money, then you manage your packages. I'm like, this bitch right here. I didn't say that, but I was like, wow, like, are you serious?
On Barbie D, who on Barbie D? Everybody who you gotta see, honestly, on my odyssey, on the baddest beat, I don't even know how to speak.
Okay, in this video, we're gonna be a little bit different setup. We are in my bedroom and we're gonna be eating some snacks. Okay, the snack that I got is some mangoes and pineapples. So I got my chamoy for my fruits, and I do have a mix of pineapples and mangoes. I just started getting into this chamoy thing. I actually put salt on my fruits, mostly if it's kind of soury sweet, like for example mangoes and pineapples. But when it comes to like sweet fruits, I don't put anything on it, like watermelon, grapes, apples. I don't put any kind of extra stuff. But in today's video, we're gonna give you the tea of, you know, just a little chit chat of what is it really like to go through an entrepreneur journey. A lot of people don't talk about it. Obviously there's different types of businesses, different kinds of entrepreneurs, but when it comes to product-based business that you have to ship out physical products, it gets very stressful, especially if you're a startup and you know you start everything by yourself. And you know, once you get a lot of orders, that's when it gets like, you know, you wish for it, and then whenever it gets, you know, whenever it happens to you, it's like you know, it's like, it's a good problem, but there's a lot of stress that come with it. So we're gonna start with the first one. So we're doing like a little mukbang, right? Plus spilling the tea. All right. So the first one is like you need to have a system when it comes to scaling your business. Like you can't be just shipping your own orders, because that's not, you're only going to be shipping out your orders by yourself. It's not as efficient as a business owner. Like if you want to be a CEO, like if you think about it, if you work for a company, the CEO are not the ones doing the manual labor. Like a company hires employees and the CEO is the one that's overlooking the entire business and making decisions, you know, marketing decisions, stuff like that. Like you need to be the top person overlooking, making decisions, like I said. So, you know, hiring and finding the right person to work with me was one of the biggest things that I had to go through. You think it would be easy, but you know, it's not as easy, because I like to protect my energy, and I like, you know, as an entrepreneur, I know that I need to protect my energy. And what it means is, like, if I surround myself with people that are negative or kind of have like a hidden kind of, how can I explain this, like they're secretly jealous of you, you know what I mean, like things like that. Or, you know, if you surround yourself with somebody that you feel like you can't trust, it's very, very hard, you know what I'm saying? So I've gone through this crazy situation with an assistant and I didn't even like, I don't, a lot of things that I want to like share with y'all with this video, if I ever upload it. A lot of things I didn't really want to talk about it, because for one, when I feel like when I talk about something that irritates me or annoys me, it's just, I don't like that. And then whenever there's something going on, I just like process it and then I just let it go. So a lot of times when there's something that's extremely stressful for me, I just go quiet. I just, you know, I'm not posting no video or anything on my Instagram or my YouTube, and I just like, you know, just stay in my cocoon pretty much, you know what I'm saying? And then I just process it and just let it go. I don't like dwelling on things and talking about it, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to share with y'all my experiences, and there's a lot of it. I don't even know where to start, but we're gonna start with one crazy story. I love this mango. Ooh. So this assistant, okay, and I look, so I don't know if I should even talk about this, but okay, let's go ahead. So when I was looking for assistant, I've hired so many assistants already, but I'm gonna talk about the specific one. So this specific one, I hired her through Facebook jobs. Now, I didn't know that that they like launch like Facebook. You know, there's Facebook Marketplace. There's Facebook Dating now. It's weird. And then there's a tab for Facebook jobs. And at the time, I was only looking for 2 or 3 days of help. And, you know, it was like a little part-time gig. So I was like, you know, I think this is, you know, better instead of like, because like if you go to Indeed, it's gonna take like long for the process to like hire and find people. And most people that go to Indeed need like an actual part-time or full-time job. Now, if I'm only looking for 2 to 3 days of help, then Facebook jobs should probably do it, right? So I put up my application, a lot of applications, a lot of phone calls, a lot of them that I spoke over the phone, and everything seemed to be fine until they don't show up. I was like, these people are not really reliable. And then so there's a person there. Actually, I told her to show up, and she didn't show up at 10, and she texted me an hour later say, I'm sorry, I forgot to set my alarm. I'm like, no girl, that's not how it works. So I called the other applicant. I was like, okay, who's the next applicant? So I called her, and she answered right away, and she was ready I was like, I actually need help like now. So it was like 10 a.m. in the morning, and she explained to me like what she does for work currently. She works at night. I was like, okay, cool, so you want like a little part-time day job? She was like, yes, that's perfect. So, and then she showed up like 35 minutes later. She showed up, and I showed her, you know, what I do and like how it works, like how to package orders, blah blah blah. And she was like on it, right? Later on, we went to I was like, you know, on your first day, I'm gonna take you to lunch. So I took her to lunch, right? So we went to get lunch. 3 days later, I paid her through PayPal. First of all, she was like, I think you made a mistake. I think you miscalculated my pay. I was like, why? Like, this is your hours, right? And then apparently she counted her break time, her 1 hour lunch breaks on her paycheck. Like, she expected to get paid on her lunch break. Okay, that's one. Next thing, when I sent the PayPal, I, instead of like selecting sending through friends and family, I selected business transaction. So what happened was, whenever she received the PayPal, I had to actually manually approve it on my end to confirm, right? I didn't know that I had to. First of all, she didn't tell me that it was giving her that notification. She didn't ask nothing. So she showed up, Like I already knew that whenever she got here, her energy was off. And so whenever she just started, I was like, what's going on? And then she was like, I didn't get paid yet, blah blah, I didn't receive my money. I was like, how? Like, why? So she told me that I had to approve it. And I'm like, I don't remember how she approached it, but I was like, you didn't tell me anything that, you didn't communicate that this is a notification that you received, that you didn't, that I have to manually approve it on my end. Like, you didn't ask a thing. You just assumed that. She was like, I just don't want to get taken advantage of. I'm like, you're already making a, first of all, the first one, you made an assumption that you're going to get paid on your lunch break. Like, even if you work at a regular job, don't nobody pay you on your lunch break unless you're on a yearly salary. You know what I'm saying? And on the second one, she didn't ask me, okay, so whatever, figured that out, whatever. So in the beginning, we actually had like a rocky relationship because like communication was off. You know what I'm saying? So later on, the more we talk, the more we like get along. Like we'll be laughing, talking about whatever the heck. Like we became kind of friends, but she wanted to be friends, and I'm like okay with it. So I ended up taking her to lunch. We ended up going to skating. It's like the biggest mistake that I've done is like, getting too close, with somebody who works with you, because she kind of started getting very like a little too comfortable. She would like FaceTime her mom, her boyfriend, like while she was like working, and then it just kind of got weird into like she would be throwing jabs. For example, there's a lot of things that she would say that it's just like a little hating, like a little hater. You know what I'm saying? It's the little things. It's like how she would like react on things, and like what she says kind of throws off the vibe. And she started calling me like basic. And then she started yelling in my balcony that I'm basic. Like she wanted the whole neighborhood to hear. And I'm like, why are you saying that? Like, why are you? She's like, I'm just joking, blah, blah, blah. It's like, there's so many red flags that like keeps coming up. And I'm like, I just I was like thinking about it. Like she works good. Like she works good, but the attitude and the vibe was off. So that was bad. So one time what happened was she was like going from job to job, right? But I was like her kind of like the little part-time job that she keeps coming to, and we would just like manage the schedule however it fits to her schedule. And basically, so she found another job, right? Another like an actual full-time job. And this job is like supposed to be a work at home job. Okay, I'm like cool. And then she started like, it's okay, I'm just gonna come in like in the evening. I'm like, okay, cool. Now this part-time job was, she started doing like trainings like every day. And with this training, you don't get paid until like 2 to 3 weeks later. But apparently she actually quit her other job before that. The other day job before that, like she just walked out of that job without like any kind of plan or plan B or whatever, which I understand. I've done that before. But the thing was, I noticed like, she would show me, we were around each other for like almost every day now, right? She started working more with me, and I noticed like she would be spending like ridiculous things for her just to spend money, right? So like, that's not my business. She said like she got her bills like all set up and whatnot. So what I know she lives with her boyfriend. Okay, and their rent is small because they live in a small studio apartment. Okay, and then she was telling me how like her boyfriend stole from their savings, blah blah blah. I'm like, this girl got so many like red flags. Okay, so this is what the juicy part is. Okay, so now here comes the juicy part. Hey. So during this time that she didn't have any other job other than her, you know, little part-time with me, she bought like an iWatch, she bought a TV mount for her. That's like hundreds of dollars that she was spending. She bought a dog, okay, a puppy for over $500, like $550 or something like that. And she started getting frustrated that she was broke. Okay, so she came in one night saying that she just walked in, right? She walked in. She had a bad energy and she was just like, I need a raise or something. I'm like, okay, like, and then she just started talking about how she's broke and she has some financial issues going on, blah blah blah. And so I was just listening. Okay, like I didn't really like, oh I'm sorry that you're broke, or you know, I didn't really empathize as she was expecting, because I'm not the type to, like, I know, like me, my perspective is it's your fault, you know what I'm saying? Whatever is happening to your life, it's your fault. Whatever is happening in my life, that's my fault. And you need to take responsibility for your own actions. And playing the victim, I hate that shit. Like, that's why I don't like talking about like what happens in my personal life, because I don't want to sound like I'm playing a victim or whatnot, or venting or complaining. But she walked in with a bad attitude and saying, I need a raise or something. That's not how you ask your boss for a raise. That's not how you talk about it. That's not how you ask about it. Like, she wanted me to like give her money. Okay, so I already knew vibe was off, energy was off. She left. And the next day, the next time that she had to work, it was an evening time, right? So I texted her. I was like, see you at 6 o'clock, right? And then she was like, I'm not gonna make it because I don't have gas money to get there. I don't have gas money. And I was like, okay, like, can you ask your mom and your boyfriend for $5 to get here so you can get gas money and, you know, money in period? She was like, I told her to, when did I say that I have to, like, she has to, I said something about, I gave her, I don't remember exactly what I said on the text, but I was like, I think you need to manage your money better. You know me, I'm the realist. Like, I just say how it is. Like, I didn't say it in a rude way, but, you know, I was just giving her an advice, you know what I'm saying? And she got offended, so she was like, since you told me to manage my money, then you manage your packages. I'm like, that's it. I don't know why I let it get to that point, but I feel like sometimes I had to let it get to that point with people because I'm just too nice. And sometimes, you know, God has just have to show me the real person they are for me to actually like snap out of it. I should have just let her go like sooner, but you know, I knew that she was going in transition to her new full-time job. So I'm not gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the type to take things too personal when it comes to like people's jabs, people throwing shots or whatever the heck, because I know that's just a projection of who they are and their insecurities. So whatever it was, like, I can't help her because that's how she feels, like she's feeling insecure. So she was like, she texted me, she was like, did you told me to manage my my money, then you manage your packages. I'm like, this bitch right here. I didn't say that, but I was like, wow, like, are you serious? So yeah, she got mad. This has happened like a long time, a while back. This is not fresh and new anymore, so I don't know of the details. But later on, I got a nasty long ass text message from her boyfriend, cussing me out, okay, harassing me and cussing me out, saying that, you know, he was cussing me out, and he was like, she looks up to you as her friend, and you don't like, first of all, why are you expecting me to just hand you money? Like, that's not how it works. You never ask like the right way. You never ask like you were like getting mad at me and attacking me for something that you're mad about your own personal life, and you want me to save your life like in a rude way. Like, that's not how it works. And then later on, I had to block both of them, right? And then a month after, I already found a new person to replace her ass, and she started blowing my phone up. She was like leaving me voicemail, okay, and she would message me on my iPad, FaceTime me, and I just keep blocking her, use a different phone number to freaking call me and text me, and then saying that, I'm sorry, I didn't know that my boyfriend, you know, did that to you or texted you in a rude way, blah blah blah. I can help you out if you need help. I'll come over. Can I come over? Can I just talk? Can we just talk? Like, this girl started becoming a stalker. Like, she's just started like, this is so freaking weird. Like, a month later on, she was just like, I want to come stop by, I just want to talk. I'm like, this bitch, like, we're not doing that, sis. We're not doing that. Like, that was freaking weird and crazy. If you listening, girl, you crazy. First of all, you was a hater, silent hater. Okay, you need to grow up. I wish I could read the text message, but I just deleted it. I was like, I'm not trying to read this, keep this in my inbox, because I don't like this negative juju on me. You know what I'm saying? So, wow, that was an experience. I forgot to do an outro, but subscribe and turn your notification bell on, because I am uploading another story for y'all. Not about her, but another crazy ass story again. Life of an entrepreneur. Okay, so subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. Turn your turn your post notification bell on. I'll see you guys later. Bye.